Hello folks, so here we are in Lausanne today. We are recording a new episode about the Leica M9, wonderful little beast. So today I have the Voigtlander Nokton Classic 40mm f1.4, specifically for Leica. We're going to be shooting with this in black and white because the colors and the rendition of the colors is way better in black and white with this lens, as many of you already know. And we're going to be going a little bit through the city and see what we can get. Let's do it. So the Leica M9 came out in 2009, so we're talking 10 years ago. It still has a CCD sensor. I did a video on this some time ago. I'm gonna link it somewhere around here. So Leica M9, the one thing I do really like about this camera, like I said in the previous video, is the sensor. The fact that the sensor is a CCD sensor makes a whole lot of difference, because what you get is photos that look like analog days, so they look very much like the M6 photos. It's pretty much the same thing. That's what you would get out of this camera. It's the first camera that was full frame, because the M8 was an APS-H sensor, so it was not totally full frame. This one is the first one. And in terms of size, honestly, this little guy here is really compact compared to, let's say, an M240, which is a CMOS sensor. The M10 came back to roughly the same design, but you're once again having a different sensor, different type of quality, and it's more of a refined modern camera. So that's what I like about this little guy. You can get it for about 2 Gs nowadays, and it really works. Let's go. Okay, so here I'm gonna go around a little bit, and I'm gonna be shooting a few people actually going around. And the fact that I'm using a little Voigtlander lens, a little 40mm lens, gives me the possibility and the opportunity to not be as noticeable as you would be, let's say, if you're shooting with a bigger telelens lens on your camera. So having a smaller one, a more compact size, allows you to just keep it down and be a little bit more like Henri Cartier-Bresson, you know, be a little bit more unnoticeable, and just be able to go around and just shoot without the problem of having a big DSLR camera in your hand. So that's one thing I do like about the Leica M9, that for me is a big plus. It has a lot of drawbacks, but who cares about that? What matters is really the ability to be unnoticed when you go on the streets, and to just have some fun, basically. Just make sure you shoot in black and white with this lens, because it's single coated. Just keep that in mind. Black and white, better contrast. Let's do it. So here, one trick I can give you about shooting with a rangefinder camera such as the M9. If you don't want to miss your shot and you want to be in focus, one thing you can do is pre-focus. So for example, let's say I want to take a photo of this guy who's coming right there. What I would do is I would focus on something that you already see. Let's say you have a piece of dirt on the floor, or you have a tile, or you have something that's at the same level as what you actually want to shoot. You are going to focus on that specific point. So you're going to take your rangefinder, get ready with it. So let's say you're going to go here, and when the person goes on it, you take the photo. That photo I already know is going to be in focus, even though I'm at f2 right now. And it's not going to be a problem. I'm not going to have to think a lot about the distances and so forth, and I can just get the shot as I want it when the person comes in. Now, the other thing that is really, really cool is the fact that you have, like all the rangefinder style cameras, you have the guidelines that show you a little bit more than what you're going to be taking into the shot. So you can literally just be waiting. That's another type of street photography, by the way, but you can literally be waiting for the person to get into the frame lines. And then when they are in the frame lines, you take your photo, you stay in position, the person just goes by, and it looks like you didn't take them in the shot, but you actually did. So there you go. Oh, by the way, we got a Tesla store here, and I'm telling you, since we're in Switzerland, it's not that easy to get a Tesla as it is in the US, but one day I'll get one. Thanks to your contribution and your subscriptions and your views and your likes and your shares and all that good stuff that you do. So please smash that like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's keep going with the video. Let's go. Oh yeah, so by the way, before I forget, I just came back from Starbucks here in Switzerland, and they asked me, what's your name? And I said, Chris. And they managed to write Chris with a K, like Klaus, Santa Claus. I guess because today is New Year's Eve. So anyways, that was funny. Okay, so a little quick tip before I finish this video. I wanted to tell you that when you use the M9, one thing you need to be aware of is that the ISO limit is not above 1600. If you go above 1600, you're toast. So the thing you want to do is you want to keep the ISO low. You should take a lens that has a wide aperture, such as this guy here that opens at f1.4. Having fast lenses is better, so that you're going to get a few stops in light rather than gaining in ISO, because you're going to have really bad results with it. So that's just a little quick tip for you. Okay, one more thing you need to know about the M9 when you're shooting on the streets is that it's a little bit of a slow camera, like the M8 or nothing, like the M8. So why am I saying that this is still a good camera in 2019 or / 2020, because tomorrow is 2020, is because it still takes amazing, gorgeous shots. You still have the Leica feel, you still have the analog type of feeling when you're shooting with this camera. It's still slow to the point where you have to think before you go shoot. That's something we're kind of tending to lose a little bit with all the iPhones and all those great little cameras that we have in our pockets all the time, but it's very slow. Sometimes you might miss some shots if you're too quick on the shutter, so make sure you're not shooting too quick with this camera, and the results are going to be gorgeous. Oh yeah, by the way, the screen sucks. Don't forget that. The screen literally sucks. Who cares? Because what matters is the final results, the shots you're going to get on your computer that you're going to be printing. Hopefully you're going to print your shots, and that's what matters. But if you see your shots being horrible on the screen, well, just think about it as a little analog type of camera. So if you have a film, you don't have a screen. If you don't have a screen, well, so be it. There you go. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. So this was a great experience with the Leica M9, which is here. This is Alessio. He's going to be helping me out for vlogging, filming. He's the guy behind the scenes that allows the camera to be seen, which is great. You can go check him out on Instagram. I'm going to be linking it down below. He gets great shots. He's Mr. He was in the finals of semi-finals of Mr. Switzerland? French area of Switzerland. So go check his Instagram, definitely worth it. I'm going to be doing a photo shoot with him very soon. So we're going to be using the Godox Flash, the AD400 Pro, and yeah, you guys don't want to miss that. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. That's why I would like to have a teleprompter so I know what I'm saying, because every time in front of the camera I forget what I'm saying. It's fucking annoying. This is going to go in the bloopers, by the way. I don't care. Whatever. Let's keep going. Let's roll. Okay, good. Okay. Rolling. And action. Almost. Okay, cool. And if it would be double coated, blooper, it's